Welcome to the Digital Amateur Television Experimenters Night. This is VK7OTC, the club station of the Radio and Electronics Association of Southern Tasmania. Amateur radio is a worldwide hobby that has many different aspects. Digital television is just one of the many modes and areas that are covered. Maybe you're interested in becoming involved in the DATV Experimenters Nights. You realise that you do not have to be a radio amateur or need any ATV equipment to participate anywhere in the world. Also participate in the night by coming up to the Queen's Domain club rooms. Yes, right on top of the Queen's Domain in the heritage-listed Coast Wireless Station. You never know, we might get you in front of the camera or behind doing one of the many roles during the night. We get underway with our program on a Wednesday night from 7:30 p.m. local time. We'll see you soon. This is VK7OTC.
Okay, this is VK7OTC, the club station of the Radio and Electronics Association of Southern Tasmania, with our DATV Experimenters Nights and our Working from the Shack series number 10. So we're up to number 10. I'll take the funny hat off. I'm getting quite warm in here. And tonight we have a interview with Tony VK7AX, and Tony's standing by in the green room. So Tony and his, I think his nephew. So looking forward to this particular interview tonight. So it will be. I had a bit of a sneak preview this afternoon. Should be fantastic. So I'll just remind people they can call in on repeater 2 on 146 700 DMR 3807, and the battery has been charged this time, so I should be able to survive this particular session, so you can call in on that, and I have tested it. Tony has actually called in on that, so a good test. And also of course the YouTube chat channel, and hello to Richard VK7ZBX, Warren VK7 Whiskey November, and also Rex VK7MO, and thank you, Rex. I was a little bit cold, but starting to warm up, Rex. Looking forward to a 3-degree night, and of course there was a lot of snow on Mount Wellington this morning. So there you go. So before we get underway with Tony, what I just wanted to remind people of is this weekend is the winter VHF UHF field day for 2020. That particular field day is a bit of a test of going portable with VHF and up to microwave and above frequencies. There are a whole range of ways that you can participate. You can go portable if you're really into going portable in winter. You can even be a rover station and go between grid squares during the day and contact people. There are single band sections, there are 4-band subsections. There's also an 8 and a 24-hour section, so you can enter basing your logs on an 8-hour section of your log or a 24-hour section of your log, and you can rework every 2 hours. So I know there is a whole bunch of people who are going going out portable this weekend, so good luck to those people. I hope I'm one of them, and I hope the weather is somewhat kind to us. So just a reminder, it goes from 11 a.m. On the Saturday to 11 a.m. on the Sunday, so you'll hear hopefully a lot of activity on VHF and above. So now what we will do is just go across to and bring Tony VK7AX, and now I was right there, Tony, it was nephew?
Grandson.
Grandson. And what's your grandson's name?
Reece.
Reece. Excellent.
VK7FROD.
FORD.
Around a bit.
Excellent.
There he is.
Well, welcome, Reece.
G'day.
Welcome. And a North Melbourne supporter? No, North Melbourne supporter? No.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Okay, North Melbourne colours.
Yeah. That's his high school beanie.
Ah, cool. Well, welcome to the DATV night and the Experimenters nights, and thank you for agreeing to be interviewed in one of our Working from the Shack editions. So fantastic, thank you, Tony. And you're coming from sunny Ulverstone this afternoon.
Yes, it was sunny, still is.
Fantastic. So we might get underway with our questions. So I'll kick off, Tony, with just asking you a little bit about yourself and a little bit about history and any anecdotes or anything you would like to put in.
Righto. Well, we were born in Hobart in 1943, and before you go doing your calculations, that makes me 77 years of age. I'm the son of a policeman, and being a policeman's lot in bygone year, we used to move around a fair bit. So that I can remember, we were in Sprent, which is south of Ulverstone.
Yep.
For those that don't know where it is. Campbelltown, we spent 2 or 3 years there.
Okay.
Then we moved to King Isle.
Oh, okay.
And took the years there. Then to Burnie for about 12 months, and then to one of the best places in the state, Stanley.
Okay.
And then ultimately to Smithton, and finally to Ulverstone in 1967.
Okay.
So we've been here a while, been here ever since.
And you've seen a lot of Tasmania.
Well, sort of, yeah. I've seen a lot of towns.
Yeah.
It wasn't a real good thing when you were a young kid, because you just get settled in at school and then you'd get moved. So you had to go through it all again. But anyway, we survived. I joined the PMG as what they called a TIT, or a Technician in Training, which was a 5-year course, in 1959. That's been my only employment.
Okay.
37 and a half years with, they were Telstra in the finish. I spent my first year at training school at Derwent Park.
Yep.
My second year I went to Queenstown. That's where Dad had been moved to in the interim.
Okay.
Spent 12 months there. Then on to Smithton. I spent years 3, 4 and 5 at Smithton. Dad ultimately got moved to Hobart.
Yep.
I stayed at Smithton.
Okay.
I gained my senior technician certificate late in 1966.
Okay.
And moved to Ulverstone 1967. And guess what? We've been here ever since.
Well, there you go. Just as a matter of interest, Tony.
Yes.
Just as a matter of interest, did you know a guy called Ken Giles Clark?
Ken Giles Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's a distant relative, but a relative of mine.
Yes, no, I remember the name. I'm just trying to put his face to the name, but
I think he
certainly know of him anyway.
Yeah, I think he was payroll or somewhere, HR and payroll or something like that. Anyway.
I think he might have been.
Anyway.
And during my time with Telstra, of course, I obviously worked at several centres in the northwest.
Yep.
Now on to your next question.
Well,
unless you've got some.
No. Well, I just want to take up a point that we had a little bit of discussion about this afternoon. It's about the training that was provided by the PMG when you did your training.
Right.
It was a fantastic base training, like the fundamentals training. Oh.
It's the DMR.
Okay. And it's a bit of a sad state of affairs, I suppose, these days, where that training, like the training school at Glenorchy, and I assume there was probably a training school in Launceston, or and those training schools don't exist anymore.
That's correct.
Yeah, which
unfortunately.
So it's just, and so where did you actually do your training? In the
at
PMG?
Derwent Park.
At Derwent Park. Okay.
Yeah, at the old showgrounds. The sheds at Derwent Park at that stage.
Okay.
So you do 12 months there.
Yep.
Full training, and then you go out in the field.
Right.
And then you periodically used to come back to the training school for doing 1 and 2 week training courses throughout that rest of your training period. But you're right, that's where I gained most of my technical information, I guess, or training.
Yep.
And that's a very good basis, of course, in electronics and everything else. You just don't get to learn how to drive telephones, you get to learn all about electronics generally. And that makes it a good foundation for, if you're interested in amateur radio or any allied electronic, it's a good base.
Okay. No, fantastic. So, probably a bit of a leading question. How did you get into amateur radio? What?
Right. Well, that's a long story, but
that's
interesting. Right. Well, I think it is anyway. When I was at Queenstown, that was in the second year, there was an article in Radio and Hobbies, 1958. I don't know the exact month, but I remember the year precisely. And that was building a 5-inch television set. Okay. Of course, television hadn't long been in at that stage, and still black and white. But I thought, gee, this is interesting, and I got hooked on that.
Okay.
And so I decided I was going to build a television set. Well, much to my father's amusement or cynicism or whatever you want to call it, he scoffed at it and said, "You build a television set, it'll never happen." Some words like that anyway.
There's a challenge if ever I heard one.
Yeah. Anyway, we set about ordering the various parts and pieces and so on. And one of the things that I suppose come back to bite my father or embarrass him or something was that the IF strip, I forget the frequencies, in the 37 meg range or whatever they were those days. Okay. You built it, but you had to have it aligned, because unless you had the equipment and the knowledge to do that. So I sent mine off to a place in Melbourne, I forget where it was. And I remember lining it for me, sending it back with a nice little letter saying it's one of the best constructed items that they'd ever see. Of course, I couldn't wait to show my father, could I? So he did step back a bit then, I can tell you. The joke is, down the track a bit, he changed completely after I got the television built and working. We went to Hobart for some reason, and he said, "Oh, put your television in the back of the car." I thought, "Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, well, that'll be all right, I'll try it out down in Hobart." Yeah. Because he goes to visit one of the rallies, doesn't he? He said to me, "You got that television in the boot?" So I said, "Yeah." So we went and visited the rally, and of course he brings it up. "Oh, Tony's built himself a television set." "Oh, he just happens to have it in the car." Bring it in.
I love it.
So that was the story.
Okay.
Just basically about that set. It was a 5-inch television screen using a 5BP1.
Yep.
Then there was an upgrade that said you could increase the size of it to a 6-inch using a VCR 97 tube, which
is one of them.
Probably not quite sure. That's the VCR. I thought it was a 5BP1. I told you this afternoon, but it's actually the VCR 97.
Oh, there you
So,
go.
albeit 6 inches.
Yeah.
So it had a little square image, green phosphor, of course,
Yep.
and better viewed in the dark.
Yeah.
And I was watching it one night in Ulverstone. Knock on the door, and it's the radio inspector. Came in. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the dark." I said, "You need to view this." "Oh, yeah." He said, "That's good." There it is. And it happened to be the news at the time, and it was politics, because he was right into politics. So he spent more time looking at the news on the little telly. He didn't even bother checking my station. He just said, "Oh, you've got a power switch, have you, to turn things on?" And I said, "Yes." "I'll see you later then." And he left. So that's the story about the TV set. And that's how I really got hooked, I guess, in the television side of things.
Okay. Okay.
And from there, I thought, "Oh, I'm going to get my amateur licence." So
Okay.
I gained a limited AOCP in Smithton in 1965 under the call sign of VK7ZXT. And those days I used to go mobile around Smithton for 6 metres using what we call the old Pi reporter.
Yep. Yeah.
A car phone. If
Yes.
people can
No, I know
remember
it. I know it.
And just used to go up on Tier Hill and wait for an opening. I got a couple, but so that was my early introduction. When I came to Ulverstone, it wasn't long and I upgraded to a full call in 1967, and that's my current call sign now, VK7AX.
Fantastic.
So that's sort of how I got into the hobby.
So were there any influences, like particular people who you knew that maybe were amateurs or that sort of thing, Tony, along the way?
Well, on the amateur radio side of it, Barry VK7FR.
Yep.
Unfortunately silent key now. Yep. He's been a big inspiration, particularly in the TV and the broadcasting side of things. Max Ives, VK7MX.
Yep.
Well known, he's Terry Ives' dad. Another silent key, of course. Another chap, Harold Hancock. I just can't recall his call sign.
Okay.
He unfortunately disappeared. Missing person, was never ever found.
Oh, okay.
But he was very keen HF operator, and he used to inspire me to get into HF.
Okay.
Ken Hancock from Burnie.
Yep.
7KH.
Yep.
Still with us. I've forgotten Baker. 4BB.
Graham. Yes.
Graham, that's it. I was trying to think of that this afternoon. Didn't have time to look it up, but anyway. He certainly inspired me with my broadcasts and so forth.
Yep.
On the ATV side of things, a chap called Ron Harrison in VK3.
Okay.
I remember his call sign. Harold Ryder. They're both silent keys. And of course, Winston in Penguin, 7EM.
Of course.
A great inspiration in the ATV. So, they're the people that sort of kept me going or got me wound up or whatever.
Well and truly. And Winston, of course, there was many ATV portable arrangements, notable one to Mount Ossa.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know whether you want to go into any of those notable events.
Well, I'll talk about the repeaters in a minute.
Okay.
The Mount Ossa one. Unfortunately, I had to go to Hobart for some reason that particular weekend, so I wasn't part of the success story or part of the action, if you'd like to put it that way, but I certainly was involved preparing for it and so on before that.
Cool.
And I guess for those that haven't seen that video, it is on YouTube.
It's great.
And and of course, Winston's been urging me for quite some time now to put some history together regards the whole repeater saga, which I keep promising to do, but never get around to it. Maybe one day, hopefully.
One of those round to it jobs, yes.
Yeah.
Now,
But anyway, I will discuss the repeaters shortly,
Okay.
a bit further, and show you some of the old repeaters, which are still here sitting. I've dragged them out of the shed, put them on the bench for those to have a look at.
fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, so I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about the some radio and television stories before we go on to them.
Oh, yes.
Now,
Yes,
if you like.
please.
Yeah. Well, I was probably, no probably about it, responsible for the first voice repeater on the northwest coast, which was 2 metre repeater installed at Lonah.
Yep.
And that repeater happened to be the old repeater 2 repeater, the first repeater, I think, that was on Mt Duncan in Hobart.
There you go.
Part semiconductor front end and receiver and valve receiver.
Yep.
And of course a valve final.
Okay.
Now that was with the assistance and urging of one Peter Frith VK7PF.
Yep.
Who's silent, of course. He was a great instigator of repeaters back in those days. So he used to urge me on there. And we used to have quite a bit of fun out at that particular site.
Okay.
It was an unlined shed at that stage, and it had several triantula spiders in there. So,
Okay.
and not long after that, Winston, in conjunction with Winston, we put in a 70 centimetre beacon,
Okay.
big valve beacon thing. And Winston used to hate going to the site because he said, you know how many eyes are looking at you in there, because we had no light in there as such. We used to make sure we only went in daylight. But anyway, these spiders, of course, you get nice and warm in the cabinets of the repeaters,
Yep.
and they used to often crawl into the tank circuit, sit in there, keeping warm, until somebody would come along and press the torque button on the repeater. The repeater would operate for about 30 seconds and then go off air. This happened several times, because every time we visited the site, guess what? There's not much left of a triantula spider inside the tank circuit.
Inside the cavity.
The final tube's completely cactus. But anyway, Peter Frith used to come to the party. I won't say where he got the tubes from, but kept us going.
I love it.
That's the repeater thing. I built my own CW and AM 120 watt transmitter using 807s in those days.
Okay.
That's still in the rack behind Reece here. I might be able to show you later on.
Okay.
Used now, of course, but I never used the transmitter very much on CW. I'm mainly on AM.
Yep.
Didn't like CW. Used to make out I couldn't hear them calling me on CW. Anyway, I loaned the key and I told whoever it was I didn't want it back. I never used CW after that. I know I shouldn't say that. That's what happened. Anyway, not long after that, my interest turned to ATV.
Okay.
And we did some initial testing. I used to live over in central Ulverstone with a much better view towards Mt Duncan. I can get Mt Duncan, but it's not quite line of sight until you get up. And we did some initial testing using a corner reflector, if everybody knows what a corner reflector is, with the dipole and the corner. We used 2 of these as a passive reflector.
Okay.
Back to back up on Mount Montgomery, which is the mountain just overlooking Penguin. Did some tests, and we did get some very noisy pictures through.
Okay.
We were kidding ourselves. We thought, that must be working or everything. So one day while we were testing and everything, either Winston or myself, one or the other, went up to the mountain and took the things off the tree where they were, put them on the ground, came home and they look, it's still the same picture. The conclusion was that they were very ineffective. didn't work.
Right.
Anyway, that started us off, and I then thought, well, there's only one thing here, we're going to need a repeater.
Okay.
And I'm talking about 1970s.
Okay.
This, planning.
So this
we
is
had many working bees heading up that mountain. Of course, it's a solar-powered site, no power.
Yep.
We had some ex-Telstra 60 ampere hours 6-volt batteries, which were in a plastic case, weighed approximately about 60 pounds. I do have 2 out in the back room out here, actually. 8 of those we carted up the mountain.
Yeah,
2 at a time. We got a lot of people to start with very keen on the first pair that we took up. We used to carry them in a box on a wooden sling between 2 people on our shoulders.
Yep, okay.
But because we were climbing a mountain, it was hard going. So after a few metres, we'd keep swapping over.
Yes.
It took some time then to get the next set of batteries up there, because nobody was very keen to slog up the mountain. Anyway, we finally did get them up there, 8 of them. So Jimmy Davis, remember 70W, the style and key, donated a solar panel to us, which was a big deal at that time.
Okay.
And therefore we got our basic equipment up there. We used an in-band repeater setup from 70 centimetres with the 2 band 1 and band 2s.
Okay.
And to achieve it, we had 2 separate masts, approximately 50 metres apart, with 4 phased arrays on each.
Okay.
One was vertically polarised, I think that was the uplink from memory, and downlink 426 was horizontal.
Yep.
So that's how we got our separation without using filters.
There you go.
In the digital filter.
Fantastic effort.
And I might just conclude, for those that don't know, it's a 45 to 60 minute climb from the car park at the base of Mt Duncan.
Yeah.
So it's fairly hefty going. I don't know how many trips I had up there, or along with Winston and a few others.
Okay.
And I believe it was almost the first solar-powered ATV repeater in Australia. I think we were just beaten by a repeater in South Australia by about a month.
Okay.
At that stage.
Wow.
We then went on and built a second repeater.
Okay.
We were glutton for punishment. This one was on the frequency of 579 decimal 5, I think, or 75 or something like that. It was a channel 31 or something, which we were allowed to use.
Okay.
But ultimately we lost that access to that frequency.
Yep.
So that repeater was installed in Kelcy Tier, Devonport, at the property of Ron Church.
Okay.
7RN.
Yep.
On the side. That was then took the downlink from Mt Duncan, and it was successful to a certain degree, albeit a bit noisy to see.
Okay.
And that remained there until such times as Ron moved into Devonport, so we lost the site there.
Okay.
And about the same time, we also decided to pull repeater off Mt Duncan, because we're all getting a bit older.
Yep.
And it was getting harder to get access to the mountain.
Yeah. Okay.
To keep the thing going. So I don't know when that actually happened, but it's been a few years ago since then.
Right. So Tony, that
those involved at the time were Jeff Clark, 7WZ. He was very active. He used to often go up the mountain on his own, which we weren't happy about, but he used to just say, I'm going up after work to turn that antenna or do something.
Okay.
He was very active. Jack Wright, another silent key, 7WJ, he was in Devonport. Winston, of course, 7EM. Ivan Ling, 7XL, who lived on a farm at the right underneath Mt Duncan, and we had difficulty getting the signal down to him without tilting the antennas, because it used to go straight out over the top.
Yep.
Terry McMullen, 7BB in Preston. Andrew Perkins, 7KAP. and Noel Walker, 7WN, another silent key.
Okay.
Fortunately, we have quite a few silent keys. That's why we don't have that much activity in the ATV group.
Yeah. Okay. So Tony, that equipment, that equipment all solid state, or was there?
Yes, certainly was. If you like, I'll go on and show you the repeaters at this stage.
Fantastic. That'd be great.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll just try and switch my camera over first.
Oh, look at that.
There we are. Now I might change the sound so that you can hear me better.
Okay, righto.
Right, now I should have gone quieter.
Yep.
Right, we'll go around to the repeaters. Okay, can you hear me now?
That's better. That's great.
Right, so I'll come round. Oh, it's taken a while on the stream to catch up with me.
Yep.
Assume you can see the equipment here that I'll point to.
That's great. Yep.
Yep, that's the initial version of the repeater on Mt Duncan.
Okay.
And the early days, now it's come around. The early days, this was the receiver, which was manually tuned, didn't have any automatic fine tuning control.
Okay.
That was one of the big problems we had early in the piece, and I think that was what was running the day they did the Mount Ossa test.
Okay.
It was a hot day, and the receiver drifted quite a bit, so they lost a lot of colour and it dropped out and so forth.
Okay.
That is the early transmitter.
Right.
That is a 2 metre receiver dedicated just to receive on, because we were having a lot of issues with the audio channel.
Right.
So we used a dedicated 2 metre receiver, and everybody could just come up on that particular 147.7, no, 147.4, I think.
Okay.
Right. So we thought we'd better do something about this drifting problem, so hence I'll come around a bit, which you should be now looking at the centre.
Yep, we are.
Thing. That is the upgrade of the repeater. Oh, that's the control unit.
Okay.
Which was used for the old original one anyway, so that didn't get changed. We had to put in a new transmitter, which was on the bottom, all solid state. This used the brick amplifier at this time.
Okay.
The receiver, which had automatic fine tuning control and manual. So we could set it in manual to set it up, and then put it on auto so it would hold its tuning.
Okay. Okay.
And it worked very well.
Cool.
We had a test pattern generator there.
Yep.
It's only black and white, of course.
Yep.
Those days. And one of the unique things in this control unit was the fact that it was a solar powered site. There's no way you want to be running a receiver continuously.
Yep.
So we put a little timing circuit in there, which was timed for around about 4 minutes. Every 4 minutes, the sync decator of the receiver would receive power.
Yep.
The sync decator would detect to see if there was any sync there.
Okay.
If somebody was transmitting into the repeater, it would then lock on.
I love it.
And away you go. So that's how we conserved our power. We thought that was pretty sniffy at the time.
It's a ATV Vox. Yes.
Yeah. So that's basically the unit that finished up being up the mountain.
Okay.
If we come around there, you see that tree there?
That's great.
Yep. That is RAE. That's the one that we built for Kelcy here.
Okay. Okay.
Again, similar control unit. We didn't have to have the 5-minute timer because we got commercial power from Ron.
Okay.
Site, so the receiver was running all the time.
Yeah.
Similar transmitter in there, another brick there, and another receiver with automatic fine tuning on there.
Yeah. Okay. What sort of power?
Not 579. Sorry.
What sort of power were you getting out of the bricks?
About 2 watts.
Yeah. Okay.
Roughly.
Okay.
Yeah. What do they call it in the old analog days? Pulse power or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yep.
But that was the best we could do at that stage without, running high power. Well, we didn't have the solar panels and things like we do these days.
Yeah. Okay. And
so that's basically the old repeaters. I've dragged them out of the shed, so I've kept them. Didn't want to turf them out. They still work.
Yep. Yeah.
We don't use them now, of course, because it's analog.
Yeah.
We're all digital. So, any questions on that before I go back to my...
So what sort of antennas were... You talked about the antenna arrangement on Mt Duncan. What was the antenna arrangement on Kelcy Tiers?
I'll come back to... Hang on. I'll come back to the sound.
Okay.
Right, can you hear me now?
That's better. That's great.
We'll come back to talk to you. Some video. Right.
That's it?
Yep. The antennas on Kelcy Tiers. Now, what did we have? I think we used a beam from memory to receive with, because it was only coming from one direction, basically.
Yep.
Nobody was transmitting in the device at Devonport, so I think we had beams. Might have been stacked pair of beams incoming, but we had a little 4 array stack dipole for transmitting.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a completely different configuration antenna-wise to what we had up the mountain.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh no, that's fantastic, Pete. That's really good. And the fact you've kept them, can I just say the analog transmitter that we used to use down here is still in the rack next to the digital transmitter.
Same as mine. Over here.
Because I can't go to throw it out.
Same here. Probably never be used. I've never switched mine on since I've gone digital. So.
Yep, about the same.
As you know, there's no comparison. So.
Correct.
Right.
So repeaters, Tony. You also, it's not only ATV repeaters, it's repeaters in general. So yeah.
Yep. What have I got here?
Sorry, I might be skipping ahead here too far.
No, well, probably I'll lead up to the repeaters. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'll just go on with some of my other achievements.
Yep.
I seem to be blowing my trumpet a bit here. But
that's excellent. That's good.
It's about, isn't it?
That's exactly what it's about.
All right. Probably firstly about the clubs.
Yep.
When the WIA branches ceased to be branches.
Yep.
Took a while up here, for 12 months after that had occurred. I then founded a radio club called the Northwest Tasmania Radio Interest Group.
Yep.
And I was president of that for about 4 years.
Okay.
We had a few disagreements at some stage over a few things, so I departed from there.
Okay.
That club was handed. The club took over the repeaters that we had.
Okay.
They were the club repeaters. That included Lonah, Mt Duncan, and so forth. And ultimately, that club changed the name to Central Coast Amateur Radio Club.
Okay.
So that's where that came from. Shortly after that, I then there already was the Northwest Tas ATV group back in the WIA days. We were an activity group on our own, a group of repeaters and so forth.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'm going to start up another group, and I called it that group. I wanted a better name.
Okay.
That club changed its name some 3 years ago or thereabouts. We changed it because people used to say to us, "Oh, I'm not interested in ATV, so there's no point in me joining your club." And I used to say, "No, that's only part of it." I said, "That's just the name."
Yep.
So we changed it to Northwest Tasmania Radio and TV Group. I still wanted the TV bit in there.
Yep.
But mainly it was more on the radio at that stage. And so that's what we did. And I was president of that club for 9 years.
Yep.
Up until a couple of years ago. And yeah, so that's been very successful. Now,
cool. During
that time, we wanted some repeaters because the other repeaters have been left with the other club.
Yep.
So we put in a 2 metre and a 6 metre repeater at the property of Ivan Lee, who lived at North Motton at that stage.
Okay.
So hence they were developed and run from there. We subsequently moved because Ivan looked like he would possibly not be there forever.
Yeah.
We decided we better make a move sooner than later, so we moved the 2 metre repeater, that was 7RTV it was known as, to Stowport, which is currently the one that Jim Hiley, 7JH. Jim looks after that repeater.
Okay.
We moved the 6 metre one to the Dazzler range.
Okay.
And put in a new repeater using the UD lab while we were at it.
So where is the Dazzler range?
At the same time, just before that, we also installed a new 70 centimetre additional repeater on the Dazzler range as well.
Okay.
So I know it sounds confusing.
No.
4 repeaters in your poker sticker. But yeah, that's the story of the repeaters.
So for those people who don't know, Tony, where is the Dazzler range?
The Dazzler range is, how can I best describe it? East of Sorel.
Okay.
Port Sorel, rather.
Port Sorel. Okay.
Yeah, Port Sorel.
Yep.
Or the Rubicon River. If you go over the Rubicon River on the Frankfurt Highway, you actually look straight at the Dazzler range.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It just takes you out. And it's west of Beaconsfield.
Right.
In that area.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I've got you.
Yeah, so that's roughly it. It's a good spot. It's got a bit of a shadow into Launceston, but those in a good out at St Leonards, and they can work with both repeaters, no problems at all.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a bit touchy down in the CBD of Launceston because of the topography to it.
Yeah, because it's quite low in the CBD.
It looks very well along the coast, the northwest coast, straight down the strip. So
cool.
That's why it's there.
Unfortunately,
we're subject to a lot of interference noise. That's a very heavy site radio-wise, and it's all digital.
Yeah, okay.
And, we get machine gunning, interference noise problems.
Yep.
And I think you might have heard it when we've had it linked.
Yeah. Yep.
On the DMR system. But anyway, them's the breaks.
Yep. No, that's right.
Right. So, no more questions on that one. I'll go on with my learning facilitator.
Oh, yes.
Role, if you like. I've been a learning facilitator for many years. And our biggest achievement, I guess, was when we got 12 scouts and their leaders through their foundation licence, a couple of years ago now would it be?
And one that's sitting next to you.
Yes. Reece is one of those ones that we got through, and he's gone on to get his licence, and as you know, you've probably even heard him on here.
Cool.
Another lass, Georgie Lloyd, she also got a licence as well.
Okay.
Other than that, there wasn't many of the others that went ahead and got their licence for some reason. I don't know, but anyway.
Oh well.
But that was that was in conjunction with David Cleland, 7DC, who is still a current assessor. Also a facilitator, or was a facilitator for the radio and electronics school, as I was telling you a few stories this afternoon.
Yep.
what was supposed to only be a couple of hours per week, according to Ron
Right,
Beltram,
right.
was several hours a week. But it was an interesting exercise, and I brushed up on a fair bit of stuff, I can tell you, in doing so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I don't do that anymore. I've done it for 5-6 years now. So
Yeah, okay.
I'm retired.
Yep. Yeah.
Then I been heavily involved. You'd wonder where I'd get the time, wouldn't you? I was heavily involved in packet radio for many years,
Yep.
and I still currently run 2 BBS systems. One's an FBB BBS, and the other one's the JNOS wormhole and BBS gateway.
Okay.
Neither of those have got RF on them.
Yep.
We just don't seem to have any interest anymore.
Okay.
I keep threatening to put RF up, but I might do it one day. So they generally are just used for forwarding to other BBSs. So
Okay.
packet's still alive.
Yeah. Yes.
And well, that's for sure. It was a good medium in those days, but of course lots of modes and that have left it for dead, really. IRLP.
Yep.
One of the earlier VoIP systems
Yep.
came out. I just forget when I did it, but I got the first VK7 node. VK7.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is still a current node, 6700, which initially I ran here, connected to local repeater and RAA.
Yep.
Consequently, that was transferred, handed on to NDARC.
Yep. Okay.
Which is still exists as 6700.
Yep.
Albeit I'm probably running on a Raspberry Pi by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so had a fair bit to do with IRLPs, and of course I also had my own IRLP nodes, 6616, 6124, 6122 was an experimental one. They were both connected to 6 metres and 2 metres here.
Yep.
But they've just recently been decommissioned. Guess what? Nobody uses them anymore, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
we've moved on to different things.
Nodes. Yes.
I've got 2 all-star nodes, 28348, 27328. That's correct. I just had to look down and see what it was. They're currently in use. That's how we connect 70 centimetres RDR to Clayton's
So.
DMR
Yep. Okay.
3807
Okay.
through his backlink.
Cool.
And I spent quite a bit of time in conjunction with Dion Bramage, VK7DB,
Yep.
and Matt Wilson, I think his name is, 3SV, when we built up the VK linking system.
Yep. Okay.
I had some links there working, which I just turned them off at the time being, playing with more with All-Star. But they were quite successful. And I almost forgot to mention the Lake Barrington World Rowing Ship Championships that we did, ATV.
Yes.
I can tell you what, the first day or the second day we were up there setting that up, I had to shake myself and say, what the hell have I let myself in for? What are we doing? We was trying to do something in which we didn't have anywhere near the expertise or the equipment to really do it properly.
Yeah.
But we had several interested and helpful amateurs that were quite happy to have a go at it.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. We were helped immensely by the ABC,
Okay.
I must admit, who let us delay, what do they call them? The frame store or whatever
Okay.
it was.
Yes.
That was for the first few training days, but when it got to the finals, they come to us and knocked on the door and said, sorry, people, we need the frame store. So it meant that we didn't have very clean switching glitches between our spots along the course. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and we did a few tapes with a few people. That was a big achievement.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
back in 1980.
My goodness.
Right, so that's basically all those things. If you've got some more questions there, I'll try to have you answer them, and then I'll move on to my broadcast.
Well, Tony, I've got Herman VK7HW on the chat here, and he's put a couple of comments in. The very first one is the ABC used the Dazzler Fire Tower location as a repeater site into Juliana Street for sport, etc.
Ah, yes, that's right.
And the other comment he made was, "I remember loaning you the frame store."
So, it was Herman.
So it must have been Herman.
Too, I think. Yeah, it was. Thanks, Herman. Sorry, I didn't remember it was you. I knew somebody let it do it. And I can remember you coming and knocking on the door with a terrible look on your face and said, "I'm sorry to tell you, we need the frame store back."
Well, he's just put on the chat channel, he said, "Sorry again."
Oh dear. Small world, isn't it?
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Good stuff. That's that. And when you talked about Lake Barrington, I there is a I keep coming across that photo, and I think it's on your website of yourself and I don't know who the other chap is.
Steve Dyer, 7UD, standing at the controls.
Yeah. I remember that particular photo. So there you go. Oh, very good.
Yeah, you're then.
So what was the arrangement at Lake Barrington, Tony? Was it multiple cameras? Was it what were you actually sort of? What was the format?
Well, we had a camera and a transmitter down at the start line.
Okay.
And then we had an intermediate one.
Okay.
On a pontoon.
Yep.
Which sort of caught up with them. And then we had one on the bank close to the main communications area.
Okay.
That covered the finish line.
Okay.
So so we were sort of covering in a way, but it wasn't to professional standard that you'd expect the ABC to be doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So. But we got by. We had a lot of fun. I've got a lot of tapes here somewhere stacked away. I'll never look at them, I suppose. But yeah, as I said, one of these days I'm going to put something together and just take some highlights of it or something like that. We did have some funny scenes up there, which I've got something.
the bloopers reel, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll come to those. Sure. Yeah.
Oh no, that is fantastic. Now, one thing I don't think we've mentioned is involvement with. Oh, well, we have actually with with Reece and the Scouts, but it's you're always involved with Jota and the Scouts, and you have been for a long time. So, yeah, don't know whether you want to say something about that.
Yeah, we used to do. I've forgotten the name of the place now. Peyton Park.
Yeah. Okay.
Peyton Park. Yeah. So we've done that on and off. We'd have a bit of a spell for a while, and then we'd get enthused, and the Scouting Association and people would get enthused. So, we're going to do big things. We had some successful camps, but generally towards the end. I can remember one day I was going to do some ATV work from up there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the last time we did it, I think, 3 years ago now. I was coming back on the Sunday to do this. Anyway, I'm on my way back, and they called me from the park, the Ammoners, and said, "Don't bother coming up." I said, "Why?" They said, "The Scouts have gone off on a camp somewhere. There's no one here."
Right.
And I thought, I wish they'd have told us that last night. I said we could have all come home on the Saturday night. So I wasn't really impressed about that. But a lot of it was just organisational issues and just not tying things up together properly. So.
No. Okay. So there's always been quite a strong Jota sort of presence on the northwest coast. You mentioned Patton Park, and I think there were a few other locations where there were
the Burnie Scout Hall, Dave Cleland.
Yep. Okay.
Leon, a few of them operate from there.
Okay.
Eric, 7EV, and Shirley, 7HSC, used to do Sprayton.
Okay.
We did Penguin once, I think, but there wasn't much activity there, so we never did that one again.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, we were always very keen, but it's a bit hard to get things organised, so I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that is there's a lot of the nature of scouting and guiding. The sort of the parents get involved when their kids are involved,
Yep.
and then sort of their kids either move on or they move up, and the sort of the parents lose interest or move their interest to somewhere else, and that sort of thing. So you're always dealing with somebody different.
That's right. Oh, you're not wrong there. Say, well, so-and-so was there last year. Who's leading them this time? Oh, you have to talk to so-and-so, and of course,
Yep.
half the time they'd leave it, didn't realise that things had to be organised beforehand, not just leave it till the day before and all this business. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's one of the issues. It's an organisational problem. Really.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
and
think
truly.
it's so much the kids themselves. I think it's the leaders, and they keep changing, as you say.
Yep.
We had some terrific people that were radio orientated.
Okay.
In the earlier days up at Peyton Park. We gave them a tower that's up there, currently there now.
Okay.
And they were excellent. They arranged to get it put in, installed, and
Yep.
used to look after, do the maintenance on the antennas and all that sort of thing. But then after a few years, what's he? Oh, he's not there now. Well, who's looking after the tower? Well, no one.
Yeah.
So on it goes.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, we gave it our best shot.
Oh no, well, and that's all you. That's well and truly all you can do. Now, I just want to go back to Barry Fraser and some of the comments. Some of the comments you said to me this afternoon sort of resonated a little bit. You mentioned that Barry taught you quite a lot about. Taught you quite a lot. Full stop.
Yeah.
But specifically around, I did home in on your comments around, script writing and that sort of thing, and there being lots of unnecessary words. I thought,
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to go on to the broadcasting, and Barry was included in that.
Cool.
Yeah, well, just prior to that, as you know, I've been rebroadcasting and relaying broadcasts for many, many years.
Definitely.
The WIA ones, back in the days when we used to have the regional, or what was it, the federal tape they called it. Was
federal
set on
tape.
cassette tape.
Yep.
To the state. In those days, we used to cycle it around or turn it round between south, northwest, and north.
Okay.
And of course, you had to make sure the tape arrived in the right place. That was one issue we used to have. And in that era, we actually did 2 broadcasts here on ATV.
Okay.
Jack Clark's place up on the hill here. And it went quite well, really. But anyway, so ATV was involved right back then. Then I only found out because I found some paperwork when I was tidying my shack up.
Okay.
We must have started Spectrum around about 2004, a program called Spectrum Tasmania.
Yep. Okay.
And that was a broadcast. I can't remember the material. We used to get the material from various places.
Yep.
Barry was the announcer, and I was the technical part of it. I think we used to put it on the local VHF repeaters here. Went out on HF. I think Winston was involved on a few relays.
Okay.
HF, and we used to feed a direct to Launceston to RAA.
Okay.
And that was around the period I've got noted here, about 2004 to 2007. Getting back to Barry, taught me a lot, particularly with broadcasting period. And as I said to you, one of the things was he told me how to delete a lot of phrases and words out, not phrases so much, but words out of the text.
Yep.
Oh, we can remove that, we can remove that, we can remove that. And I'd say, well, but you can't. He said, yes, you can. He said, you take that word out there. He said, it's not needed.
Yeah.
It's additional.
It's not going to make any difference.
And I thought he's dead right. So he's taught me, when I'm script writing, to read over it and say, too many words in there, Tony. Out they come. And so I'm indebted to Barry's knowledge. No doubt got from the ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those that can remember or heard the broadcast, Barry's adult tones.
That's right.
And I think on Barry's demise just recently, we did play one of his advertisements.
We did.
You like amateur radio on the thing was about the use and we'll lose. I reckon that's typical. And we used to use that all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's quite applied to today.
Well and truly, and we'll be into the future, Tony. And he has an incredibly distinctive voice.
He certainly did. And I used to have some fun with Graham Kemp in regards to Barry. I used to say something about Barry. Oh, Barry reread something, the Q News or something or other. I forget what it was, and I must have inadvertently phrased it the wrong way, and I said something about, oh, well, of course, Barry's a professional man, you know. He does such a good job. And of course, Graham said, oh, thanks for the kudos, Tony. I really appreciate that. I said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. But, I had a lot to do with Graham over the years.
Yep.
Still do.
That's good. That's good.
I'm just looking at the watch, my watch. I didn't think I'd be going this long, but anyway. Just going back to any questions about the Spectrum broadcast? Probably isn't at this stage.
Not that I'm seeing. My only comment about the Spectrum broadcast, Tony, is it was a very professionally presented and put together broadcast. So and I think at the time a lot of people listened to it. So that's yeah.
I know we took it off RAA for a while. I forget why. I remember Joe saying, you know, why that should be on here. Why has that been taken off? And all this is, so we probably put it back on again.
No, spot on.
Anyway, all right. Just quickly, I can wind it up with what I'm doing as far as my ATV is concerned and my broadcast.
Yep.
As you know, we run broadcasts on Sunday morning for the WA National, the VK7 Regional News. We're not quite up with the speed of 5BD now, who does an excellent job, but he must spend a lot of time putting all that video together.
Oh yeah.
So what we do, we either run some slideshows, some captions,
okay,
and or much easier lately, we do more tourist videos associated, like if it's the VK7 Regional News, it'll be something on Tasmania.
Okay, cool.
Background of the video.
Okay.
And the same with the national news.
Yep.
On Monday nights we run the series called the Worldwide Amateur Radio News, and that's composed of several segments to make up about an hour. We have to prune some of it, of course,
to
get them to fit in. At the moment we do South African news, Amateur Radio Today, AR Newsline headlines.
Okay.
The Ham Nation, RASA have just started a new series of broadcasts, if you've heard them, I guess.
Okay.
Called VK Amateur Radio News. They've just done their third one.
Okay.
GB2RS.
Yep. RSGB. Yep.
England. ARRL Audio News, VK4Q News, and AR Newsline. So that's Monday nights roll up. So we just edit, cut and shut and fit.
Okay.
Wednesday nights I usually do play Ham Nation, but I'll probably be changing that now. I might move that to Tuesday night, which has been vacant, and I might now run Reece Wednesday night broadcast. How's that sound? There's a bit of a fun.
There you go.
Yeah, we can pick up the stream and away we go.
Yeah.
So that'll probably happen now on a Wednesday night.
Okay, fantastic.
And Thursdays we have anything, Analogic TV, TX Factor.
Yep.
And whatever we find, and we've even had a few series with Hayden's
yep.
videos, which are excellent.
Yep.
A few things like that on the Thursday night.
Cool.
On the technical side of it, we moved out of the analogue area,
yep.
as I said, and went to digital ATV. My initial digital ATV encoding was standard def encoder.
Yep.
I'm not sure whether you can see that back there or not. See that little Alcatel
yep.
in the corner?
That's
that's the standard def encoder.
Okay.
Not blind myself. From there, I started to get excited, and I thought we got to move to HD. I tell you what, once you move to HD, you wouldn't move back. So to do that, I found an encoder. Come from China, would you believe that one there? You probably won't see it because it's vertically mounted and it's end on.
Yep.
You feed HDMI into that out of some boxes that I've got here behind me.
Okay.
Which produces a few milliwatts, not much. I then use one of those little amplifiers from PMG.
Okay.
Drive the thing for a few microwatts, and that goes down to Reece and Ross, who are in line, the same line, so they're about the only two that watch it at the moment.
Okay.
And I've just recently, because I thought I was having trouble getting this one to boot, but we've overcome that problem. I then wanted to get another one, but I couldn't get any more, but I've got another model.
Okay. Oh, very nice.
Which does the same thing.
Okay.
However, it's also got where was it? Oh, standard CBBS input there.
Okay.
So you can either have HD input or
Yeah.
It's got a display on it and so forth. So I've only had it a month, so I haven't really. I've started to set it up, but that'll do as my backup. But it'll probably be my main encoder, I reckon.
And what sort of power does that put out, Tony? What's
that one's 100. This one's 91.0 dB microvolt.
Okay.
Then it goes into that little amplifier which drives it a bit more.
Right. Okay.
This one's got 100. It's a little bit more.
Okay.
So I've been building for 3 years and haven't even started yet. I've got all the components here, a 2 or 5 watt amplifier.
Okay.
But I've lost the paperwork.
Right.
Even with the clean-up, I still haven't found it. So that's where we are with that one. So I'll finish up probably buying something already built.
Right.
Yeah, so anyway, that's what we use, and I've only just recently, and it'll enable me to do it, a little HDMI to the VGA in to HDMI output.
Okay.
Converter.
Yep.
So I can then take the streams off and feed them out HDMI and into the encoder.
Fantastic.
So I've only just got that little fella there.
Okay.
Boxes. I don't know what you guys use down there, but this is the box we use, the strong SRT 4505E, which allows you to put the frequency in.
Yeah. Okay.
We had a bit of fun here when I first got the other encoder. Couldn't work out why these wouldn't work.
Okay.
We discovered they only do MPEG-2.
Ah.
Not
Okay.
what is it? 264.
Yeah.
So once having worked that out, there's the encoder set to MPEG-2 so that you can receive it on this box.
Okay. Okay.
The other alternative is another little strong box. Model number now. Oh, on the back. An SRT 5434.
Okay.
Now there's one of the, not the Waverley. Oh, I think it's the Waverley. Well, Sydney ATV, but one of them went to Strong.
Yep.
And got Strong to put in a software update, so you can put in the
LCN
45.5.
Yep. Yeah.
The only thing is, once you do that, you can't receive any commercial channels. But so this becomes a dedicated receiver, I guess.
Right.
For thingo. That will do. That of course does 8 to 264.
Okay.
So, you know, if I knew everybody was using one of these, I could change the encoder on to 2.8. But I don't think you'll notice that much difference.
No.
Personally. She's pretty good on HD. I'm really thrilled with it, actually. There's a shot of the...
cool.
Probably flaring a bit.
Yep.
That's the HD transmitter on now.
Yep. Okay.
Just sitting on the caption.
Cool.
And that about brings me to the end of it. Unless you want me to show you all the junk around the room.
Well,
you do you?
I was going to.
You had enough, I reckon.
I was going to say, would you like to do a quick shack tour, or it's up to you, really, Tony?
All right. Well, it'll be pretty rough, but
that's all right.
I'll just get the other microphone on so that I can. Right, can you hear me all right?
Yep, that's great.
Right, I've switched camera, audio input, that's good. So my HF, old home-built HF transmitters are in that corner there.
Okay. And
you just see them to the left of the, that's an analogue amplifier with a 4CX250B in it.
Okay.
They're over in there.
So this is the 807 PA.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one there with the 2 black things on it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that's the transmitter with the 2 black meters in it.
Right.
Yeah, a bit hard to get up into that corner.
No, that's all right. That's good.
There's my audio mixer.
Okay.
That's Barry actually. Wait till I find it. There it is.
Cool.
You know that reverse camera thing I was talking to you about? It's the right way around through the stream.
There you go.
Correct. Yeah. Magic. There's some Telefunken boxes I've got there. You'll see the blue USB stick sticking out the front.
Yep.
That's what I put my program on.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That gets fed in through the box, back out through the box into HDMI and away you go.
Yeah, okay.
I've got 2 or 3 spares of those.
Yep.
As you can see, I've got 2 or 3 strong boxes down there.
Yep.
What else do you want to show you this tidy?
101E. Love it.
Yep. Hasn't been used. Last time that was used at Peyton Park about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Only trouble here, I've got no HF antennas at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I pulled all my original system down. I used to use these.
Yep.
I've intended to put up a 40 metre. I've got a big built over self-standing mast outside, so we're going to put a 40 metre inverted beam on that for Reece to have a go on it.
Okay.
We haven't got around. Various
UHF radios, so on.
Yep.
There's a few behind me here.
Oh yes, PRMs. Yep.
Behind my chair. Down on the floor there. Just general a mess, the rest of it. My TNC's up there.
Yep.
There. Tiny 2, PACCOM. Various radios, test gear. Oh, I was into slow scan at one stage.
Okay.
Built my own colour receiving scan converter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, various test gear up there. Test pattern generator, which we never use these days. We're into teletypes years ago. There was a teletype RITI decoder.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and the general mess I showed you this afternoon. You're not supposed to see that.
No, that's all right.
There's still some old computers down underneath here. I'm not sure whether you can see them or not.
Yep.
Just come around here. We're probably in our own light. None of those are running at the moment. 6 of them got turfed here a while back.
Okay.
At one stage, with all my packet radio and VIP system and so on, I had 9 computers running 24/7.
Oh my goodness. Yes, okay.
That was before I got the solar panels put on and doing a few checks, and tell you what, a few of them got turfed.
Yes.
We cut our power consumption well and truly by half.
Well and truly.
Them's the days. As I said, that's just a shot of the caption up on the main monitor there.
Yep.
I think that's about it.
Well,
Not that you want to see it, but there's refreshments over there.
Oh, very good. That's
I
the.
put my dog's food in the freezer, part of it, but it's got refreshments inside.
Oh, very good.
When summer comes, I might have to spend some more time out here. I think.
Well, that's the important corner in the shack. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, that's very good. Well, Tony, what I might do, I'll put out a call for any questions. I've just had Warren VK7 Whiskey November just saying lovely looking shack. Hope to get mine like that. So so he's taking shack notes. So thank you, Warren. I'll just put out a call on repeater 2. This is VK7 OTC. Just putting out a call on repeater 2 for any questions via repeater 2 for Tony up in Ulverstone. Over.
Yeah, I'll change it. Oh, you did.
This is VK7 OTC. Just putting out a call. Any questions or comments about our ATV broadcast tonight? Over.
VK7 OTC, VK7000, and I'm getting an echo back from the radio. Listening via RF and coming into the repeater on reverse. Don't have any tone in this radio. But Tony, excellent view into your shack, and very impressed with the amount of equipment that you have, and your expertise and experience is something unbelievable. Back to you, Justin.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, thank you,
Steve.
Oh, I'm just Steve.
Steve.
Wasn't it?
Yep, VK700.
Yeah. That's right, I remember now. I heard the call sign but couldn't put a name to it. Yeah, I didn't probably show you all of that ex-Telstra equipment in the back there.
Okay.
An old video monitor there, waveform monitor, which doesn't work anymore. That died one day. That had seen better days when I got it anyway. There's some other character generators, waveform generators over there. And up the top there was the original broadcast gear that I used to use for doing my broadcast out to Lonah.
Okay.
In the earlier days, never gets used now. So some of this stuff's going to get cleaned out shortly, unfortunately. Time's marching on. So.
Oh, very good.
My wife keeps saying it'll be all right. She said, I'll just get 2 big skip bins around here. She said they can all go in there. It worries her. And I haven't showed you the computer room inside, which I've moved some of the stuff out. I've got a bedroom inside that I've got tied up as well.
Right, okay.
Right.
Thanks, Steve. VK700, VK7OTC. Any further comments? Please go ahead. Okay, nothing heard. I'll go to DMR. Just stand by. And this is VK7OTC. Just putting out a call for any questions or comments for our DATV broadcaster tonight with Tony VK7AX. Any comments or questions for Tony VK7AX for the DATV broadcast? No, nothing heard. Thanks. This is VK7OTC clear. I'm certainly hearing it coming back on the feed, so I know it's working.
Oh, yes, it certainly worked.
Oh yes, it certainly works all right. No worries.
It's with digital encoding and decoding delays, it can be quite confusing.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. So we might wrap it up at that, Tony, and thank you very much to yourself and for Reece. Thank you, Reece, for the support, the technical support. That was fantastic, Tony, and a great view into your life. But your amateur radio life and all of the things that you actually have done over that time. So it is absolutely fantastic. So we've got a comment from Herman, VK7 Hotel Whiskey. Well done, Tony. Great presentation. So good stuff. So
okay, thanks everybody. I privileged to be on, and I wasn't too sure when Justin first asked me. I thought, oh gee, I don't know about this. Anyway, we thought, yeah, we'll give it a go. So, and it's good to be able to show all the, particularly the old repeaters and things, which they'll never be seen again. Yeah. And people don't realise what actually went into.
Yep.
It just doesn't happen. Months and months of work went into it. So it's good that I haven't thrown them out. I've still got them, and as I said, they still work, but there's no point in firing them up because. Yeah. We're not interested in analogue anymore. The interesting thing is we'd be going to find things that we could actually receive analogue on these days. Exactly.
And it's funny. We at Christmas time, I found in some stuff that I had. You remember the Pong games? Where you had 2 little pots and on the screen you would move the bats and the ball would go between the 2 bats.
Yes.
I brought it in and I suddenly realised it's a channel 0 output, and I went, okay, what can I play this on? and we ended up playing it on a piece of television test equipment. So it's a problem, but anyway. So thank you. That has been fantastic, and thank you very much. And so this stream will be available on the Reece YouTube channel in probably about midday tomorrow. It takes a little while for it to encode the stream. But it then becomes available on the Reece channel around about midday tomorrow. So it's there for history, Tony. So
Okay.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
that'll be good. I forgot to hit the record button on the screen here.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'd probably only record most of yourself, wouldn't I?
Ah, correct. So,
So better to use the stream.
yeah. The stream at least has your crosses and the two windows as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be great.
No, that's
All right. So from here on in, as I said, Wednesday night I will be streaming your shows.
fantastic. Thank you.
ATV here. And I get the ATV, or anybody that normally looks at my stream.
Yep.
There's no point in me restreaming it, so I just get them to go straight to the restream.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. But it will be on the ATV transmitter for Reece
Yep.
and Ross.
Woohoo!
Stay.
All right.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Thank you very much, people.
Thank you very much,
Pleasure to
Tony.
be on, and we'll talk again soon, somewhere. We'll be seen soon. See you on ATV.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thanks, Tony.
Reece says good night as well. See ya.
See you, Reece.
Yeah. I didn't dare bring my black and white beanie out and put it on. Turn me off.
Oh, very good. All right. Catch you around, guys.
All right.
Cheers. Okay, that was our interview with Tony VK7AX and his grandson Reece. So we'll get underway with our videos for our RF viewers now. We've got a bit of a focus on working amateur radio satellites that I've picked up a couple from Modern Ham and K6 UDA ham radio concepts. And I think we'll probably we won't get to the last couple we've got here, but so a bit of a focus on working ham radio satellites in our videos for our RF viewers. So that's our show for tonight. Next week we actually have an interview with the Sisters Acousmatica, which is Pip and Julia, who are talking about their recent and their future radio projects. And the one they're going to be focusing on next week is a past project by Dominique Belay that Julia was a part of, and the intriguing title of it is Meanwhile in Fukushima. So we'll hear all about that from Pip and Julia next week. So that's our interview next week. So I'll finish off with an ancient Chinese curse. Would you believe? May you live in interesting times. I think we live in very interesting times at the moment. So watch this space. So 73 to all our viewers, and we'll catch you next week. This has been VK7OTC, the club station of the Radio and Electronics Association, signing on 73. Cheers.